Welcome to Montana's Peer Network Recovery Talks podcast. I'm Jim Haney.
And I'm Andy Daniel.
Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode. Today, Andy and I are going to be talking about the 2021 Recovery Conference.
Yeah, this is really exciting. This year, we weren't able to do our conference last year, of course. And so I think we're all anxious to get back to doing something in person and being able to see everybody, see a lot of our members and just get together in person.
Absolutely. I can't wait. I always enjoy the conference. It's a lot of work leading up to it, and then of course the day of. But yeah, like you said, it's great to see the members, hang out with them, find out what's going on, and watching them connect with each other. The networking that goes on at the conference. It's a good thing. So this year's conference is going to be, it's Friday, August 20th. It's in Helena at the Best Western. I always mix up the name on the thing. I was going to say a different hotel. I don't know why that one is a block for me. But in Helena, you can go to our website. It has the details, has the address, and we did something different this year with the registration.
Yeah, we did. Part of making plans for spacing and things that we're still, looking at because of COVID. We're asking people to pre-register so that we know how many people are coming, so we know how much food to order.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And to make it a little bit easier when you're coming in and checking in. So it should be a little faster process to get you checked in.
Right.
To the conference than it has been in the past.
Exactly. And so for members, you of course get in free for being a member of MPN, and we've been putting codes in the Pulse. The newsletter comes out each week. So if you haven't seen that, or you haven't gotten yourself a ticket, please go ahead and do so, because we really do want to have a number pretty close so we know how many people. And yeah, I think, in past years, we've had, some delays there at the registration because people are checking in and we're looking them up. And this way, all that's done ahead of time. We're going to know who you are. You're going to have a ticket. We're going to have the list. And it'll be much simpler, I think, to look people up.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah. So what can you expect if you come to the conference this year? That's the big question. And as we're getting closer now, the weeks are starting to count down, we'll start revealing more and more information about the conference. But we thought, hey, podcast would be a good thing to kind of talk about. And also, I think to reminisce about past years, because it's been two summers.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I don't know about you, Andy. I mean, I look back and I have memories, things that workshops and people and and the different places. We've had the conference in different locations too. I'm really looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah, me too. I really missed it last
year. Yeah. So what can you expect? You're showing up this year. This is our 10-year anniversary, and we're celebrating a decade of peer leadership. So all of the presentations, the workshops are all going to be geared around peer leadership. And of course, the one thing that everybody loves is the awards ceremony. And we will definitely be doing that during the luncheon. One of the big awards that everybody always wants to weigh in on, we do the Peer Supporter of the Year award, and the previous winner, which was actually 2 years ago, right, is Jason McNeese in Helena. And so we have this tradition of the past winner giving the award over to the new winner, announcing who it is. And so I know Jason's excited about that. He's talked to me already about it. He's been preparing. I mean, he he said something about, he got it extended,
Yeah.
beyond the year, right? He got like a 2 year like a 2 year thing, because we didn't do it last year. So he made a comment to me about that, which is great. But yeah, we have the luncheon, we have workshops. Well, first, let's start at the beginning, I guess. Raffles. We're big on our raffles. People who come to the conference know we like to raffle stuff off. Everybody gets a raffle ticket when you check in, and then throughout the day, we're calling out numbers and we're winning stuff, and that's always a lot of fun. And we do all kinds of things, electronics and speakers and Bluetooth stuff and headphones, and going to be more of that. And then this year, we have one big item that the board of directors is doing as a fundraiser, and we've never done something. I don't think we've ever done anything this big before. So the board is raffling off. It's $20 a ticket, and they're raffling off a gift certificate to Chico Hot Springs. So it's a weekend getaway. It's like $500 is the value of it. So, you can get a room, dinner, you can soak, that kind of thing. $500, raffle tickets, and they're actually on sale now. You can contact either the MPN office or any of the board members, and you can get a raffle ticket. And the tickets, here's the best part, Andy, is the tickets are only $20. I mean, if you're a person who soaks, it's $20 just to go soak. Like you're going to pay the $20 just to go soak. You're going to be able to get a room there and get dinner or lunch or, however you want to do it, and go soaking. So it's a $500 value. Those are already available. You can only buy those in person. So we don't have that set up in the store or anything like that. You can only buy it in person. So you can reach out to the MPN office, or you can contact any of our board members, Greg or Ginny, Mandy, Carol. You can contact them and you can buy tickets directly. We'll be selling tickets at the conference probably until lunchtime, thereabouts. You don't have to be present to win. So if you were thinking, hey, I'd like to get a couple of those raffle tickets, or maybe you'd like to get more than a couple raffle tickets, they're offering a deal. You can get 5 tickets for $80.
Wow.
Yeah. So even at $80, you can't get a sleeping room at Chico Hot Springs for $80.
No, you cannot. Yeah.
Right. And so that's why they set it up that way. It's a fundraiser the board's doing for the organization, but it's a really wonderful gift. That's a really great gift for a low sort of donation to MPN. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, at the conference, we'll be doing raffles. We got the big raffle going on. Do some presentations. You're going to hear from the board president. You're going to hear from me. Going to get up there. And then we start having the workshops. So what do we got for workshops going on this year, Andy?
Well, we're bringing back Greg, who's one of our board members, for his Runtrition workshop that he did a couple of years ago. Greg is a runner. He does some competitive running, but really kind of that's not really his focus necessarily, the competition. But he does a great presentation on his running and his diet and how those things have contributed to his successful recovery.
Yeah. Very popular. We've run this one before, and it was very, very popular. Yeah. In fact, Greg had presented in Oregon at their state conference last year. Yeah, super, super popular one for sure. What else we got going on, Andy?
So we have a workshop that's going to be focused on the justice system beyond incarceration. Amanda's going to be doing that. We actually have created a training for peer supporters who want to work in the justice system. So this isn't that entire training. It's just sort of an overview of how peer supporters can work within the criminal justice system. We'll definitely have something available for veterans, specifically, have that focus.
For sure.
We always have a special workshop just for paid members that is eligible for CEUs. So that's specifically for our paid BHPSS members. One of the workshops will focus just on that.
Yeah. And then we're going to have a workshop on drop-in centers. So I don't know if all of our members are aware, but drop-in centers are back in Montana. That's where I got my start, going back to 2008. This is pre-Montana's Peer Network. We had half a dozen drop-in centers across the state. And over the last decade, they've all gone out of business. They've all switched hands or closed up. Helena has switched hands a number of times. It is up and running again. New owners. I'm super excited about that. But the state has invested quite a bit of money in drop-in centers. And so there's 7 currently. There's going to be 6 or 7 more coming online. So we thought it'd be a good place to have a workshop on drop-in centers. What are drop-in centers? What do they look like? What are people doing? That kind of thing. And so that's definitely on the agenda. And then the PAL, our PAL series that you and I do, Andy.
Yeah, because we're doing this celebration of peer leadership, we've got a couple of things that are related to that PAL project, the Peer Advocacy and Leadership Project. So one of the things that's going on is we're going to do an in-person advanced directives, right? We do training on advanced psychiatric directives fairly regularly, but this will give us the opportunity to do it in person.
Exactly. And that's kind of the theme, right, of the whole conference. We're going to be talking about peer advocacy and peer leadership. And so I know I'm going to be presenting in the morning to the entire group after Greg talks, and talking about that, about the last 10 years and some of the things that peer advocates have been able to accomplish across the state and some of the changes that have gone on. And then that's followed up at lunch with a look at the future. And we've got a lineup of peer leaders who are going to come up, and they're going to talk about these different elements within peer support and the recovery movement, like youth, families, veterans, recovery homes, the justice system, right? This is the future of peer support. So we're going to have presentations on the future. What does that look like? Where are we going with that? Definite theme that we're running across the board. And then the last workshop that's going to be going on is the board of directors. So the board of directors always have a workshop every conference. And that's really, it's a chance to find out who the board of directors are. And if you're interested, this is the time, because they're going to have applications. They're going to be talking to people. And we're always looking amongst our membership as, who wants to give some of their time to MPN, join the board of directors for a year or two, and be a part of what we're going on, some of the decision making. And so the board will be putting on a workshop to do just that. So,
yeah, that's a great opportunity to really learn what the board of directors does, and what the expectations are for that board. I feel like some nonprofits have a board of directors that aren't really that involved and they just exist on paper kind of thing, but that's not what our board of directors is. Our board of directors is highly involved in what we do and in making decisions, and there is a commitment involved in that. And so I think it's a great opportunity for people to learn exactly what to expect if they're interested in joining the board of directors.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of a lineup that's gonna be happening that day. Again, it's August 20th, Friday, August 20th. And we are at, I was going to say the name wrong again. I don't know why I have this thing with the hotel. I was going to say the other hotel. It's at the Great Northern Best Western in Helena. Great Northern Best Western. I don't know why my brain keeps wanting to say the other one across town, because we've done it there too. And so So every time I go to say it, that's the one I want to say. But really nice hotel. They've taken care of us before, and
Yep.
yeah, and it's good. I was just there last week checking everything out, and yeah, I mean it looks good. We really hope that you are able to make it. Again, members, it's free, but you do have to buy a ticket. There's a code in the Pulse. You put the code in, and it will zero out the ticket price for you. If you're a non-member and you're listening to it, how much is it, Andy?
It's $75 for non-members.
Exactly, right? So there's a contribution, to the conference, to the $75 would also qualify you for a membership as a donor to Montana's Peer Network. So that's why the price is set at the 75. So come on out on August 20th and be a part of what we got going on. It's always a good time. I said this.
Oh, it's always wonderful. It's so inspiring and exciting to see people. I mean, we're so spread out, even the staff
Mhm.
at MPN, right? We don't actually get together in person that often.
Right.
We're spread all over the place. And so it's so much fun to get to see people and interact with people and meet members in person that we've maybe talked to on the phone or had email with or have been part of a presentation or a training. But it's nice to put those faces to the names that we've talked to.
Agreed. Agreed. Yeah. And the other thing at the conference that we have going on is we have our booth, I guess for lack of a better word, but it's our display table. And this is the one time during the year we bring all of our literature. We got posters, we got mugs, we got brochures, we got handouts. I mean, we go all out for this one. And it's a great time to pick up that stuff for yourself, or you got a friend or a family member or coworker, or if you're a peer supporter, you might want some of that literature for your own office. So we got all that. We usually have a deal going for Healthy Minds, Healthy Bodies workbooks. Usually give some kind of discount, conference discount. We'll be doing that again. Now we have the 52-week workbook, Recovery by the Week. So we're going to have that one. So it's just an exciting time. Again, we're celebrating 10 years of peer leadership, MPN, 10 years old, and we couldn't do it without a whole bunch of great peer leaders and advocates from across the state have all made this possible. So we hope you join us August 20th.